The Extraordinary Lives of Matt Damon's Daughters, a blend of privilege, passion, and purpose. Imagine growing up with Matt Damon as your father. A life filled with once-in-a-lifetime experiences, from rubbing shoulders with music legends to traveling the globe for meaningful causes. Beyond the glitz of Hollywood, Damon's family life with his wife, Luciana Barroso, and their 4 daughters, Alexia, Isabella, Gia, and Stella, offers a fascinating glimpse into a world where privilege meets purpose. Since marrying Luciana in 2005, Damon became a stepfather to her daughter Alexia, born in 1998, and the couple welcomed 3 more daughters, Isabella in 2006, Gia in 2008, and Stella in 2010. This blended family navigates the complexities of fame, education, and activism while carving out their own unique paths. Here's an engaging dive into their story, filled with heartwarming moments, challenges, and the grounded parenting that shapes their extraordinary lives. A father's advocacy and the education debate. Matt Damon is more than a movie star. He's a vocal advocate for reforming America's education system, championing affordable, high-quality schools for all. His passion stems from his own experience with progressive public education, which he believes is increasingly rare. However, his decision to enroll his daughters in private schools sparked some controversy. In a revealing 2013 interview with The Guardian, Damon explained the tough choice. Sending our kids to private school was a big deal. I'm paying for the kind of progressive education I had, which no longer exists in the public system. It's unfair. The Damon family hoped their daughters would attend St. Anne's in Brooklyn Heights, a prestigious school known for its creative approach. When that didn't work out, they chose Brooklyn Friends School, where annual tuition for K-12 hovers around $62,750. Isabella, the eldest biological daughter, graduated from there in 2024, marking a milestone for the family. This decision wasn't taken lightly. Damon's advocacy for public education reform highlights his frustration with a system that forces parents to pay exorbitant amounts for quality schooling. He's been outspoken about the inequities, arguing that every child deserves access to the kind of education his daughters receive. Yet, the private school choice reflects a practical reality for many high-profile families, ensuring their children's safety and educational needs in a world where fame complicates normalcy. For Damon, it's a balancing act, supporting systemic change while making tough choices for his own kids. Concert dreams and unforgettable firsts. For most kids, a first concert is a rite of passage, a moment that shapes their musical taste for years to come. For Damon's daughters, these experiences are nothing short of spectacular, thanks to their father's connections and resources. Picture this: you're 10 years old, and your first concert is a front-row seat to see Prince, the Purple One himself, in London. That's exactly what happened to Alexia in 2006. During a 2016 appearance on The Tonight Show, Damon shared the hilarious and slightly bittersweet memory. "We were so close we could reach out and touch Prince," he said, laughing. "I turned to my wife and said, 'We've completely ruined this child. This is her first concert.'" He jokingly worried about the impossibly high bar it set. "She'll get to college, hear about concert tickets, and ask, 'When do we meet Prince?'" This wasn't a one-off. Damon's ability to create magical moments for his daughters extends to other iconic experiences. In 2021, while promoting his film Stillwater, Damon shared a heartwarming story with journalist Tara Hitchcock about Isabella, a die-hard Harry Styles fan. For Christmas, he and Luciana went all out, surprising her with a life-sized cardboard cutout of the singer. But the real magic came next. Harry Styles recorded a personal video greeting for Isabella, sending her into a frenzy of excitement. "She lost her mind," Damon recalled, grinning. Not content to stop there, he took Isabella to see Styles perform at Madison Square Garden later that year. "I owe him one," Damon said, marveling at how the experience might have ruined all future concerts for her. These moments highlight Damon's knack for leveraging his Hollywood connections to create unforgettable memories, while also showing his playful awareness of the challenges of raising kids in such a privileged world. Activism and global adventures beyond the glamour. Damon is a devoted activist, instilling in his daughters a sense of global responsibility. In a 2008 People interview, he emphasized the importance of exposing them to the world's challenges firsthand, explaining the world can only go so far. You can read about devastation, but when you see it, you realize it's not something you can just turn the page on. His daughters have joined him on trips for his charitable work, including a memorable visit to South Africa during the filming of Invictus. On Anderson Live, Damon shared how 2-year-old Isabella and 8-month-old Gia met Nelson Mandela, describing their Isabella asked, "Daddy, who's behind that door?" They couldn't take their eyes off him. This encounter left a lasting impression, shaping their understanding of compassion and leadership. The family's global adventures continued during the COVID-19 pandemic when they spent months in Ireland while Damon filmed The Last Duel. On The Tonight Show in 2021, he recounted how they decided to stay. "We took a vote and chose to stay. It was a great decision. We got absorbed into this beautiful little community." His daughters even convinced him to sport a red mohawk for a FaceTime call with the mayor of Dalkey, a light-hearted moment of family bonding. In 2024, Damon revealed on The Late Show that they lived near U2's Bono, jokingly describing the proximity as staggering distance. Australia holds a special place in their hearts, becoming a yearly tradition after the passing of Damon's father. In a 2024 News.com interview, he shared, "We camped all over, making memories. It's like a second home to us. These trips haven't been without drama." Stella once suffered a painful jellyfish sting, with Chris Hemsworth, a family friend, calling it the worst thing I've ever seen. Yet, these experiences, from thrilling to challenging, have strengthened their family bond and created stories they'll tell for years. Alexia's cinematic journey. While Damon's daughters enjoy a degree of privacy, Alexia Barroso has begun to carve her own path in the entertainment industry, but not in front of the camera like her stepfather. She made a cameo in Damon's 2011 film We Bought a Zoo, playing a zoo staffer in a story about a father revitalizing a failing zoo. However, her true passion emerged at the New School in New York City, where she studied cinematography. According to her LinkedIn profile, Alexia kicked off her career as a camera trainee for Apple TV and Amazon Studios, later working with Netflix, Paramount Pictures, and on Damon's projects like The Last Duel, 2021, and The Instigators, 2024. She's also a freelance photographer, showcasing her work on Instagram and her website, and has served as a cinematographer on short films and a camera operator for the podcast Pants on Fire. Her journey reflects a desire to forge her own identity in the industry, distinct from her stepfather's spotlight. Hollywood friendships and family ties. Damon's Hollywood friendships add another layer of richness to his daughters' lives. Subscribe to the channel would be greatly appreciated.